religion, and sex and TV.
All right, folks, we are live this Wednesday, June 24th, 2009. You know, I said Monday yesterday. I was just realizing that on the way home. I was totally out of it. Covered so much news yesterday and only going to cover more today. The call line is 866-582-9933. And I want to start it off with the cop who beat the young woman, the bartender, the off-duty lord, the god. We have this over at the INFOWARRIOR.com right now. Just beat her silly. Facial haymakers. Boom, 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 boom. Left uppercut, right hook. You better believe this is a big guy. Looks like Haystacks Calhoun out of the 70s. Anyhow, the guy didn't get any jail time. 0 jail time. No jail time whatsoever. I mean, didn't get anything. He could have got up to 5 years, by the way, folks. This was a serious assault. This was Assault Town, USA. A Chicago police officer was sentenced to 2 years probation Tuesday for pummeling a woman who was tending bar, even though prosecutors produced a previously unseen video showing him beating someone else at the bar hours earlier. He didn't just put the hurting on the woman. He's a tough guy cop. He beat up some other poor, defenseless, innocent guy. Anthony Abate, who declined to say anything to the judge before he was sentenced, could have gotten up to 5 years for beating Carolina Obrica in February of 2007. We're going to play the whole news clip on the other side of this. The attack was captured by the bar's security camera, and the video was shown around the world. Yes, it was a viral video for quite some time. If I believed that sending Anthony Abate to prison would stop people from getting drunk and hitting other people, I'd sentence him to the maximum, the judge said. But I don't believe that to be the case. What kind of flawed logic is that, ladies and gentlemen? Let's think about that. So what they're trying to say is that since this isn't going to save the world and make it a better place, then we're not going to punish him to the fullest extent of the law. By that, you shouldn't punish murderers to the fullest extent of the law, because it's not going to stop murder, is it? I mean, you put a murderer in jail, someone else is going to murder someone else. So just because you put this guy in jail, yeah, you're not going to stop people from getting drunk and hitting other people. But you might make, the Lord cops out there think twice about getting hammered and beating up a woman. I mean, he beat this woman. We're going to just play the whole clip on the other side. Those listening, you should get the picture. Those watching PrisonPlanet.tv who haven't seen this before, your jaws should be on the ground, wide open. This guy is throwing bombs. He's probably got hams for hands. I mean, he's a big dude. This guy looks like, I don't even know how to describe it. He's got to be 200 plus pounds. The woman he's beating is probably like 120, 130 tops. And he's not just pushing her and saying, I want a drink. He's pinning her down, and he is 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, left. And you know what's really disgusting? The cowardice of the other patrons at the bar. What are they doing? They're hauling back. They're just calling the officers. Ooh, they can't step in. Don't step in against a cop. Oh, no. Doesn't matter he's beating a woman. Unbelievable. We're going to play the clip on the other side and go through so much more. 866-582-9933. Back after these messages.
This is Alex Jones. Have you heard of the Millionaire Patriot? Well, you should. He has a free handgun and 5 days of firearms training waiting for you. That's right. You can attend 5 days of world-class gun training at Front Sight Firearms Training Institute and secure a 30-state concealed weapons permit, all for pennies on the dollar. Plus, if you act fast, the Millionaire Patriot will give you a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice. I believe now is the time that you and your family need to be armed and trained to levels that exceed law enforcement and military standards. Front Sight provides such training without any boot camp mentality or drill instructor attitudes. This is real. Don't miss out. Secure a Front Sight defensive handgun course, plus a 30-state concealed weapons permit for pennies on the dollar, and get your free handgun. Go to frontsight.com today. That's FRONTSIGHT.com. Go to frontsight.com for your training and free gun.
Made my way back home.
Anthony of 8, the latest thug cop to get away with some Johnny nonsense. More than some Johnny nonsense, some police state intimidation. You're going to serve me that drink. I'm the law. You're going to serve me that drink. Now, I mean, even if this was like a guy bartender, it would be, I think, 10 times less deplorable. But the fact that he doesn't just push this woman, he assaults her unmercifully. He's lucky this woman didn't have a concussion. He could have killed this lady. All right, we're going to play just the 90-second news clip. It's all over the web. Just type in cop beats up bartender. And, you know, the one we covered yesterday is up at the INFOWARRIOR.com as well. This woman who simply asked a cop for their badge number as they're illegally surveying protesters. You don't do that to the Lords. And it's funny because The Guardian reports on it, but then they blur out and protect the cops' faces, also over at the INFOWARRIOR. You see that, folks? That's how it works. You beat the hell out of a woman, then your compatriots, the people in the fight against the bad guys. She was part of Al-Qaeda. She didn't want to serve him no more rum and coke. She needs to go to Gitmo. What happens? They go ticket the media's cars. They block the press from coming. That's how sick it is. That's how ridiculous it is. I mean, they've done so many disgusting things, especially in Chicago. I mean, this is absolutely deplorable. But did you notice what happened? Oh, yeah, we got 6 off-duty cops beating up 4 businessmen on the streets. The other cops come, and they're like, no, it's okay. We're police officers. We're above the law. So what are we going to do in this country? Oh, we're going to give the police more powers. We're going to give intelligence more powers. We're going to make our great nation, our once great nation, more of a police state. That's what's going to solve the problems in this country. That's the type of new world order I want to live in, huh? Sounds like gravy to me. We're going to get big into piggy flu, big into the swine. I'm going to probably wait until the next segment because it's off the charts, folks. I mean, they're now trying to say that the piggy flu, remember, it's not really piggy flu. It's 2 strains of pig flu, 1 strain of bird flu, and 1 strain of human flu. That's 1 strain H1N1 and 2 strains H5N1. I forget what the human strain of flu is. Forgive my ignorance. I'm not perfect. But yeah, New York Times. And it's such a thin theory, they have to admit it off the bat. Contrary to popular assumption that the new swine flu pandemic arose on factory farms in Mexico, didn't find any pigs in Mexico with it. They just started saying that. And I talk about that. I'm the nut. Yeah, they told us the pig flu came in from Mexico. They found no pigs with it. Weird. Federal Agriculture. Remember, the first pigs found with swine flu were in Canada, and then they tried to blame it on a Mexican migrant worker who made his way across the country and then spread the piggy flu in Mexico. Total ridiculousness. Swine flu pandemic arose on factory farms in Mexico. Federal agriculture officials now believe that it most likely emerged in pigs in Asia, but then traveled to North America via a human. Then they said, but there's no way to prove their theory and only sketchy data underpinning it. So no way to prove it, and we're just talking off our cuff here. And then the next paragraph's even more telling. There is no evidence that this new virus, which combines Eurasian and North American genes, has ever circulated in North American pigs. That's right. There's no pigs in this country that have the swine flu.